What's up, everybody? I'm Eric Hanson with Backpacking TV, and today I have a special guest with me, Mr. Dan Becker. He's been off. We've been on an adventure for the last couple of days, backpacking here in Arizona. It is cold and wintry, and I thought that I would take this opportunity with Dan to do a similar thing that I did when last time I backpacked with him, where we're just going to go through all of our gear, my gear. Dan's going to ask me some questions, maybe question why I make certain decisions in life.
Which is often.
Which is often. And then I'm going to get a chance to do the same with Dan. So run through his setup. So this is Battle of the Backpackers, Part 2, breaking it down right now. All right, let's do this. So this is a really cool trip for me because I'm getting to test out a lot of new gear. So this is actually almost my entire setup is brand new for me. So that came with a few surprises. But let's dive into my tent first and see what's going on in here. This is the big AGNES Copper Spur Ultralight MTNGLO edition. What is the MTNGLO edition, you may ask? Well, I had to ask. And that means that there is actually some LED lighting up here that's built in, where its control panel is right here. You may be able to see very faintly up here that there are LED lights actually illuminating around this band. And it's pretty stinking cool. I am not gonna lie. When I first saw that big AGNES had that feature, I was like, oh, I guess so. There's going to be electronics in my tent. That's kind of odd. Have you used this, Dan?
I have been with people who have used it.
Okay.
It is literally a hotel for the backcountry.
I felt like that. I felt like it was a hotel. I was in here all cozy. Spent about 30 minutes last night before I actually turned the lights off. Just kind of sitting in here and reveling in this luxury experience. So this is an ultralight tent. I think it weighs, do you know what it weighs offhand? It's like 3 pounds.
Yeah, it's almost 3 pounds.
It's over 3.
It's over 3, yeah.
I think it's 3 pounds, 4 ounces.
Oh.
We'll check on
that. Right.
So it is, for some people, that is not quite ultralight, even though this is their ultralight.
But Eric usually
version.
carries at least 150 pounds per backpacking trip. So this was a big upgrade for him.
Dan knows this about me. I am willing to carry heavy loads. And yesterday was no different getting here. So I was really stoked on this tent. It was warm. We had a cold night, well into the 20s. So that was really nice. But I paired it with some wintry things. So what I've got here is my PARSEC 0-degree sleeping bag from THERMAREST. And last night was actually the first night. Let me get in here all the way in. Last night was actually the first night I spent in the bag, and it was super cozy. I really liked it a lot. I really liked the baffling system and the way that it has some extra fill, kind of like around when you zip this up. It really has a nice closure on that fill around the zipper, so there's no cold spots here.
Look at that pillow in there too.
Oh,
what is that? What is that? What do we got there?
It is the SEATOSUMMIT AEROS down pillow. So
I've heard quite a bit about that.
You don't know about this one?
No, I mean I know about it, but I've never used it.
Oh, you can see like the individual down feathers in there.
Man.
So I also like that it has a draft collar, so you can cinch that up and really lock out having any drafts coming out your shoulders and neck area. So this was it was great. I was so warm. Another thing that I really like about it is that it does cinch up with your pad.
That's nice.
So that when you're rolling around, the bag pretty much stays put, which I really, really liked. Now, the one disappointment of the night was my sleeping mattress.
Oh.
This is a brand new mattress. It's the big AGNES RAPIDE SL. It's an insulated mattress. It's 4.2 on the R value there. But this is how I woke up.
What?
Kind of like soft inflation. So throughout the night, I did actually inflate it. I re-inflated it somewhere in the middle of the night. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I got, a version of it that just wasn't quite ready for the market.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that happen?
No, but I test my pads before I go out. So.
Hey, whoa! What are you trying to say?
There's I mean, it's kind of backpacking 101. Anyway, go on.
Hey, I did inflate this in my living room, and it
okay, all right, okay,
for
okay.
a good 20 minutes before I took it
Oh,
down.
okay, yeah.
So I don't know. I might have to look for a leak, or maybe there was something faulty. I'm gonna have to look into that. But yeah, other things that just about the living space in here. I really like the overhead storage compartments in here. You got ones at the feet, one at the hood. You got some stuff on this side. But the other cool thing is just this doorway system. So I have this side opened up, just full doors open. So the zipper's here, and then it's rolled up this way, which I really like that, you know, most doors, if you open it, you got to roll it over across, and then you kind of have this awkward little slot that you're dealing with here. But over on the other side, you want to go over there?
I do. I was waiting for you to ask that.
So this is their like awning system to, you know, hang out.
Oh, look at this. Wow.
Hang out this way. So right now it's kind of perfect because I have a little bit of shade at my head, but it's also bringing in that sunlight, and it's like warm and gorgeous and perfect place to cook up a pot of coffee or make my breakfast. So I'm like super into this. I recently tested out the SEATOSUMMIT Telos tent, which has like a hangout mode, and I got a ton of comments from people that were like, "Oh, the big AGNES copper SPUR has a hangout mode," which this is a very different design for how they achieve that. But this is, as long as you hike with trekking poles, it's a very intuitive.
Or you could find some sticks if you needed to, right?
You could find some sticks, or you could just, you know, guy it out to trees and branches. Stuff like that. You wouldn't have to use the trekking poles. But this is super nice because I feel like it's very easy to just, like, weather's nice, pop it up. And I mean, even if the weather was a little bit of drizzly rain, you want to have like still some airflow, cook outside, not just feel like you're locked in a tent. So I am super into this. Yeah, Dan, do you have any questions for me?
Can I have it?
It depends on what we find when we go explore your tent.
We're going to make a trade. Is that what you're telling me?
Some swip swap.
Okay, all right. Well, I think I've got a better sleeping pad than you at this point, so...
Let's go look at what you got.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, actually, before we do that, there was one other thing. Did you want to see my backpack?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I want to see your backpack.
Absolutely.
So I want to, you know, I want to cross-reference all the fun things here. We actually looked over this in South Dakota. This was the Mystery Ranch Bridger 55-liter bag, the one that we looked at in South Dakota, and it hasn't been available for like the last 9 months, but it's finally becoming available this April. So it's time. But what makes this one so cool that I'm really excited about is this yoke system.
Oh, look at that!
That has this kind of running vest style setup. And have you seen that?
I saw it in South Dakota actually when I was with you.
And it honestly is like so comfortable carrying heavy loads. We did have to carry very heavy loads because actually right here, we each had to carry about 10 pounds of water.
Yeah, that was fun.
Where we're camping, there's no water sources at all. But this is different than the one that you saw. It's a slightly different design.
All right.
Because that one was 55 liter. This is the 60 liter, and this one.
Look at that!
Fully flays open.
Yeah, it's like a suitcase.
Yeah, I love it. Honestly, like, so the other thing, I've got a old stool sample in here.
That's that normal for you?
Yeah, I like to backpack with that. But I also really like this like a sleeping bag closure system. So it's got the straight line zipper, which makes a big difference. You can cinch your sleeping bag up this way, run that zipper across, and then fold that back. And it de-stresses your zippers so that these don't fail, which that's the idea there, which I really like. But anyway,
it's a sweet backpack. I like it.
It is a sweet backpack. So you've got...
How much weight does that carry?
I don't know what they Mystery Ranch says it carries. I was carrying
About 200 pounds.
just under, like 198. I shaved a pound off my 10. So 198 was my goal.
Okay.
I think that this could comfortably carry 50 pounds, which is a lot for most backpackers out there. More than really people should be backpacking with, unless you're like a camera person.
Yeah, that's
who
true.
likes to backpack with 8 liters of water.
That's true.
Because then you come into 50-liter bag or 50-pound bags. So that is my setup here. I mean, look how many cool
Yeah,
things.
you do have a lot of cool things. I'm
It's
not
just-
gonna lie.
This is my rain jacket. Not that we need it.
No.
I don't know. I'm pretty into the bag. I'm kind of geeking out about it. But anyway, let's go turn it over to Dan.
Let's do it.
Oh, hey there, big guy.
What's up?
Let's go walk over to your spot and see what you got.
I still backpacked with trekking poles, even though I don't have the hotel that he does. These are Gossamer Gear LT5 trekking poles. Those weigh 5 ounces each.
5 ounces.
Yep, 5 ounces each.
Was it carbon fiber
Yeah, carbon fiber.
craziness?
Yep, and they're actually pretty rigid, surprisingly so. Tent. Let's do tent. Okay, tent is one of my favorites. This is the NEMO HORNET Elite. Great tent, a little bit delicate. 7 denier fabric on the outside. I think the floor is a 10 denier.
So that's pretty
nylon.
thin.
Yeah, pretty thin, but it only weighs, with the poles, it only weighs 2 pounds all in.
Seriously?
Yeah, all in. Yep, everything. So,
Wow.
yeah, pretty crazy, right?
That is lighter than my hotel.
It's a little bit.
But does yours have lights included?
It has I hung a light.
Does that include the 2 pounds?
No.
All right. So you hung a light like everybody who's
like
ever.
everybody, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I used a quilt on this trip.
You're a quilt guy.
No, I'm really not, actually. I'm more of a sleeping bag guy, but I've been testing this quilt. I used to be a quilt guy. I've got many nights in a quilt. And then I kind of went sleeping bag and then got this quilt that I've been testing out. This is from Outdoor Vitals.
Okay.
This is a 15-degree quilt, and it's great.
So
I really like it.
It was down definitely into the 20s. I had my watch measuring the temperature.
Yep.
And it was about 25 last night.
Yep.
And so
Toasty warm.
So tell me, so that quilt, it says 15. Is that like a real 15, or is that like?
Yep. So according to Tayson, who's the owner of Outdoor Vitals, I was in Yosemite National Park in November. And I was backpacking with my kids, and I called him. I'm like, hey man, I think it's going to be pretty chilly. I need to know, Tayson, is this really a 15-degree quilt, or is it not? I mean, I'm bringing my kid, buddy. You better tell me the truth.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, man, take it down to 15.
Wow.
And I had it was 22 there. That was the low, and I was toasty warm.
Wow.
And last night I was really warm. I mean, I didn't even have no hand warmers or anything. I was just wearing a pair of socks.
So with the quilt, you're literally just sleeping
Yep,
directly
so
onto.
if you don't know what a quilt is, it's essentially like it's a minimalist sleeping bag. It's like the least you can do and still stay warm.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a back on it.
Yeah.
And that just because the back underneath a sleeping bag, when you're laying on it, that insulation gets compressed, which essentially becomes useless. And so the idea is to reduce the weight, which this is much lighter than obviously a sleeping bag weighs like.
Yeah. There's no zippers. There's nothing under you,
Yep,
so you can cut a lot of material.
It'll cinch around your neck, and then it's got straps that strap underneath the pad to hold it down on both sides. But
Do you have that hooked up right now?
I don't. I disconnected it. These aren't even the pads that come with it.
Oh,
I mean the
okay.
straps that come with it, but
Yeah.
it'll go underneath the pad and then snap to the other side. Like
Oh,
this.
okay. I see what you got going on there.
Yep, and then that'll keep it in place. And the idea behind that is to make sure, like if you roll around, then the sides don't come up.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it really worked well. It was very warm. I love it. But
Sweet.
it doesn't have a hood. So you got to either wear a jacket with a hood or you got to wear like a hood separately, which I do have.
Like a balaclava type thing.
Yeah, like a balaclava type thing, which I do have it down one of those as well.
A baklava. Actually, it's
Balaclava. Balaclava.
balaclava.
Balaclava.
Balaclava.
Balaclava.
Okay. Also by Outdoor Vitals. Then I got some down booties.
Oh, down booties
Down
are money.
booties, yeah. So those are booties, like they're down socks essentially. I didn't need them.
Sleeping bags for your feet.
Yep, and those actually double as gloves, if you can believe that.
Really?
No, I make them double as gloves when my hands get cold. The pad I slept on, this is the NEMO Tensor insulated pad. This is an unreleased pad. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say that, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Whoa.
This is an unreleased pad yet. Well, this is actually the same tensor, but what they did was they increased the R value without changing any of the weight. I don't know how they did it. So it's in the 4 now. It's like 4.5 maybe for R value. It used to be like 3.5 or something.
Oh, wow.
They added like a whole... Anyway, it was really warm, really comfortable. I like this pad a lot.
That's awesome.
Yep. Let's see.
So do you just like really like NEMO stuff or like?
Yeah. Oh no, I do. I mean, this is one of my favorite tents. Big AGNES and NEMO are probably my 2 go-tos.
Yeah.
For tents, they're just so. I mean, when you get it, it's like you don't need to think about it. You just know you're getting a good quality product.
Totally.
This is my.
Oh, that's the Dan Becker special.
This is the FLEXTAILGEAR Tiny Pump X. It's a 3-ounce rechargeable, USB-C rechargeable air pump that also has built-in light that goes up to 400 lumens.
I do recall a scenario last summer in which I maybe didn't have a headlamp, and you lent me that.
Yeah, I did. I said, "Here's an air pump," and you're like, "Air pump?" I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, watch this." And it turns on.
Oh.
And then he could light a path.
Yeah, it was great.
And you double click it.
So I needed that last night 3 times. I could have used that. It was like, hey Dan,
well, I hung it.
Give me the air pump.
I just hang it, and it's what I like about it is it's got like a little. The light is diffused, so it's not like a headlamp in your tent where it's just pointing like straight down.
Yeah.
At your
like
mid region.
A spotlight.
Yeah, this one.
Are you afraid to call it a groin or something?
This is a family channel, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. My mid region.
This one like spreads out. It's nice.
All right.
Yeah, I always keep pillows, plural. I bring 2 pillows.
Did you really?
I do. Oh yeah.
What?
I bring 2
Two?
pillows.
You're a 2-pillow guy?
I'm a always 2-pillow guy, and this is a full pound of pillows. These are like
a pound of pillows.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. THERMAREST compressible pillows. Those are great. What else you want to see? You want to see my backpack?
Your backpack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my go-to backpack. I love this thing. This is the HYPERLITE Mountain Gear Southwest 3400 backpack. This is only the 40-liter pack. I probably should have brought my 55-liter pack. It's the same one, just 55. It's a little taller.
But you can fit, so that's a 40-liter pack, and you can fit.
I crammed everything in there, and it worked.
That is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So there's not much going on here for support.
There is an internal frame. There is a frame on the inside. So
okay.
It does. This will carry, they say up to 35 pounds worth of weight comfortably. I will say at about 30, you're going to start feeling it on your shoulders.
Yeah.
But most people don't carry that little of weight. Most guys are going to carry and need a bigger more robust backpack, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're a newer backpacker.
Yeah.
But this is a very minimalist backpack. It's made out of Dyneema, and it's just essentially a big bag.
Yeah.
But I like the bag. I don't like to have pockets and compartments because I personally feel like I lose stuff when that happens. Like I'm looking for all my stuff, and I'm just like, where did I put it? Which pocket is it in? So
there's nothing to lose if it's just all floating down in there.
These are all my doodads. In my ditty bag.
Yeah, you have ditty bags. I've never been a ditty bag guy.
All my ditties, everything, anything that's a little ditty. Yeah, and that's it. And just a couple pockets.
Yeah, that's a pretty minimalist bag. So that's like ultralighters prefer that kind of bag.
2 pounds. Yep. I don't really think of myself as an ultralighter, but I started as an ultralighter, and I've just sort of kept the backpacks.
Oh, that's great.
I love it. It is a great backpack. So.
Yeah.
Waterproof fabric. It's not waterproof. There's a couple seams that aren't taped, but they do that because if you're pulling on it, it'll rip the seam, like up here by the shoulder straps.
Oh.
But all the other seams are taped. These are taped and stuff.
So it will be pretty water resistant.
Yeah, very, very water resistant. But I still keep stuff in like a dry bag on the inside.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had that happen, and that's not fun.
That is not fun. Do you happen to know how much this tent costs?
This one, since this is the Elite version,
they
make the NEMO HORNET, and then this is the NEMO HORNET Elite.
Ooh, so elite.
Yeah. It's like $500.
Yeah.
And the HORNET is like I think like 380. Well, honestly, this is totally overkill. The Hornet is like 6 ounces heavier, 7 ounces heavier.
Yeah.
And it's the same tent. So
yeah,
like just save yourself $150.
That is pricey, but you know, at the same time, it's pretty sleek.
It's pretty awesome. This is a glorified 1-person tent. This is they call it a 2-person tent, but it's
yeah.
No, it's
well, that's how most of the like really light, ultralight 2-person tents are. You can cram 2 people in, but it's very tight.
Yep. And then I also used that water bag from SEATOSUMMIT that you gave me. That thing's cool.
The WATERCELL?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
awesome.
we each had to carry at least 4 liters. We each carried 5 liters of water.
5 liters of water, yep.
Because there's no water anywhere in Arizona.
And Eric drinks at least 8 liters, so I only had 2.
I thank you for carrying 3 of my liters.
Yep.
I really appreciate that.
Anytime. Yep.
What's your favorite piece of gear? Like your favorite, like the thing that feels like home to you?
My backpack. For sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's great.
For sure my favorite backpack.
So I'm going to be trying out that backpack actually in a couple weeks from HYPERLITE for the first time.
Yeah.
They're sending me one.
I think you're going to like it. Any
growing pains, any tips that you have for me?
You probably aren't going to want to carry 150 pounds worth of gear.
I will have to lighten my load.
You're going to have to figure that one out. He's going to be crying at his house. I just needed to take this. I don't know what to do.
What am I supposed to do without my 12-ounce sirloin steak?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'd be it. Yeah. Oh, and then just little doodads like my Garmin and stuff like that.
Okay, so you like the Garmin.
Well, I haven't used anything but the Garmin.
Yeah.
So I should probably turn that on. My wife is probably trying to contact me. But honey, I'm sorry. It's been on the whole time.
That's right.
I like the Garmin a lot. It's what I started with, so it's just kind of what I do.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I've only recently started using satellite communicators, but I don't know if I'll go back to not using them.
It's such a convenient. It's like that. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, being able to communicate anywhere. I like being able to check the weather report.
Yes,
that's pretty sweet.
Super helpful. And then that peace of mind that if you did have something go south, you just hit that SOS button and like 10 hours later, search and rescue show up.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's it.
I think we need to wrap this up.
Yeah, this I may need to hit the SOS button. That's how bad this is going.
SOS, hit that SOS button because we need to wrap this video up. So anyway, thanks for running through my setup, Dan's setup. That was really cool. Hopefully you maybe learned a thing or two. But if you have any questions about any of our gear, hit me up in the comments below. And make sure that if you don't already, that you do follow Dan Becker on YouTube. He is at least twice as popular as me. So, so you probably already know who Dan Becker is. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it that thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed here on the channel, and we can't wait to see you again soon. We have to go backpack out of here, so we're gonna wrap it up and get going. See you later, everybody.